Hey, what's up, guys and gals? My name is Ricknineg. We are live streaming. Thank you so much for joining me on this lovely, lovely Sunday. It was raining earlier in the morning. It was kind of drizzling earlier here in the morning. I don't know about you guys, but it's nice and sunny right now, so that is fantastic. Hope you're all doing great this lovely, lovely day. Can't speak anymore. I just had a chocolate chip cookie, and I'm drinking out of a glass because that's me. Like I always do. It's like my thing. I can't speak 3 words without drinking, right? That's my thing. I have a few cool things to show you guys. We're going to be doing another episode of Lucia. Probably a couple episodes, maybe 1 or 2. And I'm looking forward to that. They're getting ready to go to Europe, everyone. Cynthia, how are you? And Mars5004, how are you doing? I want to show this to you guys and gals. I want to kind of get you excited on this. Look at this. Have any of you heard of this or have seen it? So I was graciously given this as a gift. Let me see. By a really, really cool special person. And it's amazing because when I initially saw this, I thought it wasn't a big deal. I was like, oh, well, okay, it's Newsweek. And there's probably going to be like, you know how they do it where it's like 3 or 4 pages of it max? I'm not going to show it all to you, but I'll just page through it. It's all Lucy. Like, I'm not even kidding. Kind of rare photos and just awesome stuff. I'm not going to open it. I'm not going to show you anything. That was a quick skim, and look at that. Look at that color photo. Isn't that gorgeous? Look at that. Let me just... That is fantastic. Look at how amazing that image is. Such a cool thing. Oh, Casey, you bought it. Did you like it? I surely liked it. I haven't had a chance to read all of it. I've read snippets of it, and I'm absolutely amazed by some of the photos. And there's an error in it already. Did you catch it, Casey? There's a big error that I found in it, and I'm going to point that out. I think I might make a video, guys and gals, about this. Just like a... Remember how I did the tour for the cards? Or like a, look at the cards? I may do one for this, or maybe a few videos, and we can kind of focus on, the different things it says. Pretty cool. August 5th night in 2017. Interesting. August 5th is a special day. Yeah, so it's gonna be great. You guys should pick it up if you can, and we'll be able to go look at it soon. So hello everyone. If I haven't said hello, thank you for joining. If you are on the live stream, if you happen to watch this later on, I also say thank you and welcome to the live stream as always. And we're gonna have so much fun. We're gonna watch Lucy. We're gonna talk about it. And yeah, I encourage you guys to participate in the chat in case this is your first time. So welcome to all of you. It's a great thing. You type down there and I will respond to that if you're in the live stream. If you're watching this after, of course you can't, but of course you can still watch it. You can still watch it. We can't interact, but that's why if you subscribe and hit the little bell button, that'll notify you when I go live. So great. Let me see. Boom. We're ready to go. We're going to start the episode. We're going to look at the episode of the passports. Now, hopefully you guys... Oh, excuse me. Wait, Staten Island Ferry. We did passports last time. You guys might freak out. Be like, what? You're repeating the same episode? No. We're going to do the correct one. Staten Island Ferry. Now, let's take a look at that one. I'm doing very well, Alec. Thank you very much. The error on the first page. That's the one I caught. I don't know if there's any more. Margaret, thank you for watching all of the videos, and thank you. I really do think that it's cool that I have a lot of likes because I bring a lot of different people together, different groups, different backgrounds, different parts of the world, and I love that. And I appreciate that you guys, I would say, just watch what you want to watch. Don't feel bad. Don't feel like you have to watch everything. Watch what you want to watch. If you want to watch everything, watch everything. If you want to watch one, watch one. All right, so let's look at the episode. This is season 5. Let me take a look. They barely got back from Hollywood and already they're going to go to Europe. Isn't that crazy? Wow, I think they just got bored. I think the writers were like, yeah, we just, the apartment's boring. We've done that. Let's get out of here. Let's go somewhere else. Let's go to France. There we go. All right, so the passports. This was right before Christmas. It came out December 19th, 1955, episode 138. Filmed on Thursday like usual, November 17th, a month before, 1955, right before Thanksgiving. Kind of cool. Rating share 44.2. Didn't do as well as Ricky's European booking. Why am I reading the passports? I'm sorry. Okay, scratch that. In case you wanted to know about the passports, that was a little bit of information. We're going to pay attention to the episode that this is, and that is Staten Island Ferry. Wow, I'm so off today. That cookie killed me. The sugar threw me off. Okay. Staten Island Ferry, January 2nd, 1956. Wow, I have to pay attention. Episode 139, filmed on Thursday, November 24th, so the year before, 1955. Rating share 45, so this one was a bit higher. Not much, but a little bit higher than the passports. We have Charles Lane star in this one. Oh, co-star, of course, or not guest star. I'd say co-star. As a passport clerk, and the ferry attendant, Stanley Farrar. Very cool. Not much information on that. It just gives you a little bit of an intro into that. And great. Lisa, how are you? You have so many I Love Lucy collection stuff. Wow, like what? What do you have? Like clocks, watches, dolls, maybe some magazines, things like that? I'd love to know. Isn't that funny how Fred tucks his tie into his pants? Is that a thing? Like, is that a thing? Maybe it was a 50s thing. Oh, and there are their passport photos. This is great because they all... Fred said, hey, that's a pretty good picture of you, Ethel. And Ethel's like, that's you. And then they're passing them all out. The girls hate theirs. They scream. She says, I look like Frankenstein. Well, shake your hands with your bride. And Fred says, let me look at that one. Wow, that photo of you looks more like me than the one of me does. Oh my God. Isn't that crazy? Oh, you're right. Charles Lane lived to be about over 100. I know that for sure. I don't know if it's exactly 101. Someone can verify that for us. But yeah, absolutely. I mean, it doesn't surprise me. He looked on the show like he was already like 60 or just, he wasn't young by any means. And he seemed like a thin guy. I mean, wasn't muscular or anything, but it just seemed like, hey, he lived a good amount of time. So 101, it's a great life. Margaret, it's amazing how you know every line. I thought I was good. I mean, I don't know about every line, but I'm pretty good with some of it. I'm really good at reading lips too. But yeah, there's some lines that are just, to me, they just stick out and I always remember. Especially the funny ones. Some of the banter that's not that funny, sometimes I won't pick up. So, did you guys, yes, some of you guys I know and I appreciate, thank you so much. Goodness gracious, that episode yesterday, guys and gals, that you watched on my favorite ones, just from season 1, I'm blown away by the support that you guys showed me. Like, I don't even know how much it is now, but 600 plus views in a day? That is amazing. That is so cool. Like, I was blown away. I thought, I'd get a few hundred, but 600, holy cow. And I'm glad that some of your episodes made it on the list. I justified my reason. If you ever want to ask me more information, like if you're like, Rick, just remind me. Like, I noticed your number 4 was blank. Why do you think this episode is so good or not? Why didn't you put this on the list? And I'll be happy to tell you. That's kind of what I'm here for, in the sense of discussing those things with you. Because remember, I can only put so much in a video. Like, I don't think many people want to watch a 30-minute video of me just like blah, blah, blah. Well, that's what the live streams are, I guess. But they're only once a week. And so those videos are very specific. I have to kind of be very condensed and kind of get to my point. So hopefully you guys understand that. But if you ever guys want clarity, that's what this is for. Clarity, or hey Rick, I saw your cameos episode and what's up with this? Why'd you say this? Or why didn't you include this? And I have reasons for the things that I do. So feel free to ask. Oh, thanks, Alec. I appreciate that. Yeah, my favorite episodes. And I'm done with season 2. So I've made my season 2 list. We'll see when the vid comes out. I need to make the video. But yeah, season 2 has been done and ready. So if you guys want to get a head start, make your list and don't tell it to me yet so that I don't get influenced. Well, I guess I can't because I already made it, right? But I don't know, I might tweak things. We'll see. But I want to look over the list before I release it, and I really want to have a justified answer for him. And yes, Casey, I appreciate that. That's my reasoning. Of course, I don't expect everyone to have that as their first. I mean, you know, I really think any episode could be justified as number one as long as you have a reason, you know. So yeah, I have pictures of Lucille Ball all over my house. Really, Sarah? Like, are they in like picture frames, like on the wall and stuff? That's pretty cool. That is really awesome. I don't think, other than my I Love Lucy Lane thing, I don't have much Lucy stuff in here. Yeah. I kind of have my closeted Lucy fandom in my, just the footage and things like that. Stars Wake, you beat me. You beat me to it. You did your list on season 2 already. That is awesome. Oh, you know what? Now, believe it or not, now I'm curious. I want to know what your guys' list is. That's crazy. That's why please put it in the comments, because I do read those. I haven't read all of yesterday's. I usually give it a day or two to, you know, have people write all the comments they want and then kind of go back and answer, you know, the ones that you guys correspond with me. So I'm going to look at some of those, and I'd be interested to see, you know, what are some people's lists. I already saw some people put lists up there, and that was pretty cool. So, yeah, I kind of forgot my list. I have to look back at it. And yeah, I'm going to see if I can go all the way through and even do the Lucy Desi Comedy Hour and go from there, because that'll be interesting. Oh, look at Fred. Getting sick on the Staten Island. Well, he didn't. They went on the U.S. Constitution, and the boat was tied to the dock. Oh, that was great. Well, that's awesome. I'm glad you have photos of her. I mean, she has a great and lovely smile, so why not put photos of her everywhere? Oh, excuse my whiskers, everyone. I'm a little scruffy today. I'm usually clean-shaven, but I was a little bit lazy today. I went to a car show today again for the second time in 2 weeks. So, in 3 weeks. Yeah, second time in 3 weeks. And oh man, I woke up at like 5. And I usually wake up at like 6, but it was just early and I didn't sleep much, so it was like, ugh, you know. So I'm a little bit groggy, but I'm good. I'm good. Hey Margaret, so what list am I talking about? So if you look at my most recent Lucy episode before this one, just look it up. You go to my channel, Ricknineg, youtube.com/Ricknineg2009, and then you go to uploads, and then you see the most recent one, and that I talk about my favorite episodes from season 1, and that's my list. I made a list from my 10 favorite episodes and so forth. So yeah, take a look at that, because that is something that, I mean, like I said, it got 600 views in a day, and that blew me away. Like, that is a lot. So you guys really seem to enjoy that. Oh, they're on the ferry. Charles Lane lived to be 102. Charles, you got here. Oh wait, I'm talking to Charles Moran, and then Charles Lane lived to be 102. His last job was a narrator in 2000. Oh my god, he worked all the way to 06? No way. That is awesome. Car shows are great. Thank you, and I look fine. Thank you. Even though I look horrible, you guys are very nice and very, just very nice and very nice to me. I don't know how to say it. You're very nice to me. So thank you, Charles, for coming. And Brittany's here. Hey, Brittany. So Brittany is one of my Instagram followers. If you guys are into photos and things like that and want to see some images of my life outside of YouTube and so forth, meaning like, you know, when I make a video, I might snap a photo. Sometimes at night, if I'm watching an I Love Lucy episode, I'll snap a photo. It's all photos. So the links are in the description, Instagram, and you can follow me, and then whenever I put a photo, you'll see it. Sometimes I put my lunch up there and so forth. Photos of my lunch. So yeah, so Brittany follows that, and that's cool. And so if you guys want to do that, that is awesome. Cynthia, you put your list in the comments. Oh, I'm gonna have to after this live stream, I'm gonna go and do it. I'm not gonna do it right now while I'm talking to you guys, but yeah, I might respond to that, or maybe I might go next week and talk. Well, maybe not. Maybe it might be good to take a look and see. I didn't want to be rude, but I kind of maybe at least want to look at one list and like compare it and see if I like agree, or I don't know. Maybe I'll be swayed by your guys' responses. We'll see. Charles, you want to tell your favorite Charles Lane story? Absolutely, because it's not just for me, it's for the community. So go ahead. Awesome. Yeah, if you guys want to see what I had for lunch, well, not today, but if I'm ever at work and I have something cool for lunch, I'll just snap a photo and put it on Instagram. So, some people may enjoy looking at that. So, it's not just lunch. Like, it's, you know, I work with cars every day, so I take photos of cars. I take photos of, like, one time I saw a squirrel and I took a photo. Man, stuff like that. All the episodes that are there in your top 10 list are my favorite. Well, I'm glad, Tito. Thank you. I'm glad we agree. I'm glad we're simpatico. I'm glad we have that vibe right there. Very good. Brittany, you're sick. Oh, feel better. I'm sorry to hear that. Yeah, well, if people follow me and stuff, I try to follow them, and I look at their photos and stuff, and I try to like them too. So definitely, like, I try to do that with people who support me as well, because it's cool. Okay, look at some of the favorites here. The Diet, Breaking the Lease, very cool. The Fur Coat. The Fur Coat was, I think, my top 15. You guys might want to know what my other 5 are to 15, or maybe my whole list. I don't know. Pioneer Women is also up there. Lucy's Schedule got in the list. Freezer, good. Be a Pal as well. Ballet, Ask for a Raise, and TV Commercial. Those are all up there. Very, very cool. And maybe one more. Men Are Messy. I actually don't like that one that much, to be honest. Ricky Thinks He Is Going Bald. That one's pretty funny. I think that was in top 15. Freezer, Gossip. Gossip one is alright. Mustache, Ballet, Lucy Writes a Play. That one was up there for me as well. Audition, Diet, Lucy Does. Very cool. We have a lot of similarities. Hello, Jess. How are you? Where's the link in the Instagram? Let me know. Is it in the... Well, you probably can't see it in the comments to this video because it's live right now, unfortunately. Unless you click in the description. If not, just take a look at my... my last Lucy, my favorites video. It should be there. It's LA European Motors. The link is right. It's not really a link. I guess it's you to put in the username Ricknineg and it should pop up. It should pop up. So which series is your favorite of I Love Lucy? What do you mean by that, Tito? So series, because I Love Lucy is a series. So do you mean like season? You mean what season do I like the most? Here's your list. Let's see. Equal Rights. Oh, Cynthia, so you gave me a list of just all-time episodes because you included many, many seasons. Homesick, Dancing Star, very, very cool. All right, so you went ahead and just gave me everything. That is awesome. Business Manager, very cool. I don't think I can make that list yet. I got to go through all the seasons and then pick from my top 10, make a list. You know what I mean? Make a list of those. So that's going to be hard. That's going to be tough for me. But that's cool. I'm going to look at more later, guys and gals. Lucy Schedule, TV Commercial. Cool, cool. Oh, cool. So Charles Lane apparently would work all day on whatever show he was working on. He would go home and wind down by watching TV. Then he'd watch The Late Show before falling asleep. That is so cool. Oh, that's so funny. And that makes a lot of sense about him forgetting that he was on a movie or a show. He did so many. I heard that he would do like 3 or 4 shows a day sometimes. Not every day, but... Like, he would literally go and drive to the other studio, boom, boom, film a couple things, and then go. Because, remember, he wasn't in the whole episode. He did a few scenes. When he was done, he would leave and do something else. So that's kind of cool. I would ask you guys to add me if you can, and then I can look at you guys, because the other way around, it's hard. Because I can't, the comments disappear, so to be able to find Sarah, to be able to find yours and add you is hard. So, you guys just add me, don't worry, and I'll take a look at you guys when you like my stuff. Yeah, that's how many stuff he did. You're right. I heard he was just smothered. I mean, that was his work. That's what he did for every day. And he wasn't a big star, so he did a lot of these little parts. And I guess he had to do a lot of them to make ends meet. So that's kind of cool. Yes, Fred fell asleep. And look, Lucy fell asleep too. Mr. Hickox, yes, I love that. And did you guys know that their actual business manager's name, Mr. Hickox? The Arnazes, or he was named, I guess, that, liked. So, yeah, very cool. Sean OMD, did you know that Rock Hudson was gay? Yeah, he was a gay man, and I think he came out later on in his life. It was not a thing, like, obviously in the 50s, like, no one was gonna know that. He was like a leading man and everything. all these romantic movies with ladies, and I think he was married, to like a woman, and that's kind of interesting. So yeah, interesting fact, Sean. Very, very cool. Very, very cool stuff. All these, secrets and things that most people don't know about just watching the show. I watched an episode of the Lucy Show. Both Ethel and Lucy did a good job, but the dynamic of the show was lost. So that I'm with you, Tito fan. I'm with you. That's one of the reasons why I'm not. Because some people ask me, they're like, Rick, can you please do this with the Lucy Show? And I wish I could. But I could say that I don't have a genuine passion for that show because of that. Not that Lucy isn't good on her own. She is. It's just I don't know. I've explained this a few times. I think there's just something magical about I Love Lucy. The four of them, the magic, the interaction between the four of them, the writing, the time, the props, everything. The show just hit on the dot. It's kind of like when you're trying to hit the bullseye and you keep missing, get really close, but you hit it. It's pretty rare that you hit it, and I think the show Bullseye hit it every time. So let's see. You like Charles Lane's Scrooge character in Bewitched, the Christmas episode. Humbug not to be spoken here. I've never seen that one. That's pretty cool. Really, Charles? He never came out publicly? I thought he did. I thought he would. At one point he was dating a man, and then it was I don't know. I guess I could be wrong. I haven't looked into it, but that was my impression in my brain, that he was dating a man and they were partners and stuff, but who knows? Oh, until he had AIDS. Wow, I need to keep reading, Rick. And even then, he didn't exactly say he was gay, but it was an open secret. Yeah. So same thing with Tallulah Bankhead. I heard there were some things about her as well, and there's a lot of Hollywood gossip and stories and stuff like that. Might I add, the above episode is Lucy, isn't it? She is awesome. I think in the whole, well, maybe not so much in season 6, but I mean, Lucy was pretty good physically in terms of her work throughout I Love Lucy. And of course she slowed down more in season 6, but she even did the fish stuff there. Yes, Casey, there is something missing. It's like if you have lemonade and you have the lemon, which is tasty, you have the water, which is good, and you're just missing that sugar, which lemon water is good, but it's not lemonade, Yes. So, I think it's hard to recapture something that is so good. I think that's something I think about in life in general, that sometimes we had a great time. It's let's try to recreate it, and sometimes it won't happen again. It's why not? I guess that one was that special. It's not going to happen again. Really? So, yes. A lot of Hollywood gossip, a lot of Hollywood, dark secrets and things like that. And the thing is, now it's all out, and before it wasn't. And so that's the surprising thing. Oh, he's great in this. Well, if you guys are fans of Star Wars, the Millennium Falcon window. Look outside the window of the passport office. Oh, splashing Fred with water. I think Fred saves this episode literally with unplugging the clock. I don't want to spoil it for you guys, but yes. Oh man. I love it. Fred is awesome. He's you can go now. But yeah, the Millennium Falcon cockpit right in the back of the Charles Lane office. Pretty cool. Oh, there he is laughing at Lucy and her laughing at Ethel and her ridiculous passport photo, right? Isn't that funny? It's like a circle and then that. I'd be surprised if I guess it's not a crazy design, but it just looks like that, when they're looking out and you can see the buildings. I'm reminded of it because I used to pass by 20th Century Fox every day, and I saw they had a mural of that, and it was kind of very similar to that, and so I guess I would see it and then it popped into my mind, so kind of cool. Oh. I love Lucy here. She's trying to keep it up with all of that. I was going to say sugar. No, with all the sleeping pills she took. And Fred's coat's still all wet. You can see it's all splashed with water. Oh my gosh, guys. This is the best part where Ricky's wake up. And she goes, whoom, almost smacks him. And he pulls back. It is awesome. She's oh, hi. And And he's like, later, dear, later. I think that is fantastic. Ethel holding her up, Ricky holding her up, and she's like, oh, hi. Oh, this is great. One of my favorite scenes. I have to look at this. This is fantastic. Look at that. Her yawning, she sticks the pen inside an upside down cup and just starts like... There she goes with the kisses again. Oh, there she's doing the signature and almost messing up Ethel's papers. I'll help you. I'll help you. He's like, yeah, okay, later, dear, later. All right. He's like, Lucy, Ricardo. Very good. And she plunks down. Oh, this is good. He's like, now they're gonna identify Lucy, right? Because someone needs to identify you when this is happening. Lucy, say, I do. I now pronounce you husband and wife. Oh, man. At least she did get her thing, her passport. All there. Oh, there she did. Oh, I do. Madam, do you drink? I do, she says. But even being, I wouldn't say she's drunk. She's definitely, how could I say? She's definitely on medication, so she wouldn't be drunk. She'd be, oh, there we go. There we go. And she makes it so sane. Oh, there we go. Takes a swing at Ricky. She does a full 360. Oh, man. I've seen stuff like this, like some Nickelodeon shows where they do this kind of physical stuff, and it's not the same. It looks so cheesy, and this is fantastic. I'm sure you guys knew, right, that they would have 4 days rehearsal, according to Lucy Luckenbill, Lucy's daughter. That is ridiculous. Like, I had no idea when she told me when we were speaking through Facebook. That is crazy. That's why so much of this looks polished, and I'm sure they practiced their reactions so it didn't look rehearsed, and so forth. You liked her with Gail Gordon. Well, Gail Gordon works with her in the show, too, 3 times, I believe. She's the judge. He is the judge. In Danny Thomas, when Danny Thomas comes to visit. And then you also see him twice as Ricky's boss. Oh, and there goes Fred. Hey, you can go now. And he's like, ah. Oh, that's awesome. That is great. For some, according to Charles, for some reason, physical comedy just doesn't work with today's audiences. It seems to have to be a crass and vulgar humor. Yes, I agree. It happens to be like that. It's unfortunate for sure. Well, I wonder how many times we've actually watched Bon Voyage. Do you guys want to watch that? I think we should. Why should we skip it? It's a great episode. Fantastic episode, if you ask me. Perfect. It's because today's youth, according to Charles, isn't being raised on the Three Stooges, the Marx Brothers, Laurel and Hardy, like we did as kids. Cause that is what was shown on TV all the time. That is true. I used to watch cartoons in the morning, and believe it or not, they would advertise Lucy in between the cartoons. I owe that to like 90s morning cartoons. Like I would watch Power Rangers, if you guys even know what that is, because it's that show back in the 90s. So either if you know what it is, you're probably my age. If you don't, your kids liked it, maybe your grandkids liked it. I don't know. But Power Rangers, and so in the middle, like they would advertise like Lucy, but they would be like 5 a.m. So I used to get up at like 5 a.m. and watch. Jess, isn't it true that Lucy wanted Gail Gordon to act as Fred? Yes, that's correct. Yeah, she was doing the show next door, Our Miss Brooks, next door with Eve Arden, and so yeah, he could not do it. Very, very true. Good catch on that fact. Yes, I heard Jackie Gleason's stuff was really crazy to watch because his was like not really rehearsed, and they would mess up a lot, and they would laugh. And look at the seasick pills. A little bit of a sight gag there with the giant thing of pills. I noticed that sight gags like that didn't work so well on the show. They had a few of them here and there, like the bottle of pills there. It was like you got a little bit of a chuckle. I don't think the people would go for the show went to watch Lucy or enjoyed Lucy because of that. So, I don't know. There's another favorite Lucy stories about how Fred got the job. That'd be interesting. Power Rangers! Oh, look at the mayor, one of the mayor twins. I have to refer to him because it's like we don't know which one, right? Joseph or Michael. You'd say he looks like a Joseph, but he could be a Michael as well. I don't know. And then you see Mrs. McGillicuddy. They're on the boat. Look at all the flowers that Ricardo's got. People that must really love them. Huh. Yes, Charles, great. So let me read this out loud. This is fantastic. So how Bill Frawley got the part. It's so funny. I said Bill Frawley once, and someone was like, "Why do you call him Bill? It's not Bill. His name is William." And I was like, people call him Bill all the time, and Will, it's the same thing. And it was just a little entertaining. So he hears that there's a part of a new show that Desi and Lucy are doing. He calls the house and simply asks, "Lucy, think it's a good idea?" Desi think it's a good idea. But remember that Desi had his reservations. This was before they met and they were friends. He knew about William Frawley's drinking, and he didn't want it to be a problem. He didn't want him to be like, "Hey, I'm not coming to rehearsals," because again, they were rehearsing 4 days a week. This was an intense schedule. I don't think we realized this, and they did a lot of episodes. Like in season 5, 26 episodes once a week. Like, that's a lot. You have to think about that. And some of these were really highly produced, and there were a lot of things that we're doing. And it's hard. It's a hard, grueling schedule. And so if he was drinking and if he had issues with that, it would be a problem for the show, and he didn't want that. So definitely. So Desi went to the producers. They say it's not a good idea. Why? Asked Desi. Well, the producers say he's a notorious alcoholic. He said, "Let me have lunch with him." They had lunch together. Bill said, "Desi, you have a reputation for being a heavy drinker. That's not so true. While downing lots of drinks." I didn't know that part. That is awesome. You see it shaking in his left hand. That's always an interesting thing. Oh my gosh, guys and gals. If I would get a penny every time someone writes in the comments, "You forgot about Bob Carroll Jr.'s cameo in this part of the episode." And I was like, yes, guys, I have another cameo episode where I cover that. It's pretty funny. Some people think, like, I guess they look at my videos and then they've never see any of my other work. So hopefully there's a way that they can see more of my work and just see more of complete breadth of what I do. So it's kind of interesting. Some new shows don't have the warmth and happy feeling, according to Tito, and a happy feeling about them. But then whenever I watch Lucy, I love Lucy's show, it cheers me up. But some new shows do not do that for me. That's interesting. It's kind of why I watch this over and over, because it cheers me up. I don't even need to really watch it. It just needs to be on. I feel everything's right with the world. Am I the only one who feels that? You put the show on and you feel everything is right with the world. That's literally what I get. It's like nothing can happen bad if the show's on. Of course, it's more of a placebo, psychosomatic thing, but it's awesome. Okay, let me see where did I miss, or where did I leave off? Most shows at the time did 39 shows a season. That's a good point. Although season 1, remember, this is a time that they were doing really well. They had money by this time, season 5, so the productions were a lot larger. They have these huge scenes that they need to build, these huge, like, boat. The first season has 35 episodes. So they did work really hard, believe me. Oh, Flintstones and Jetsons, that's also a good show. The lady who played Miss Potter did the voice of Willa's mother. Miss Potter. Miss Potter? Who's Miss Potter? I know Mr. Potter was Ethel's father in the show, right? Whenever you're sick, you put on the shows, helps you feel better. Laughter is the best medicine. Absolutely. Takes away the stress. Absolutely agree with all of you. Oh, Mrs. Trumbull, Lucy's mom. Oh, there it is. Bob Carroll Jr., the writer, on the left of Ethel. I guess Ethel's right, our left, right? Oh, this is great. Goodbye, Mrs. Trumbull. Goodbye, Mother. Goodbye, Ricky. Goodbye, Lucy. Lucy! He tries to go over. I think that's awesome. I love that dialogue right there. That is awesome. He, like, waves at 4 people and then Lucy. That's great. And her dress is stuck, of course, in the bike. I have a theory on that, how they did that. They bring a big box in front of it and they obstruct our view. I think they maybe switched the bike, or Lucy somehow, there's an attachment point that's used, but it's obstructed through that box, so we can't see how they attach it. That's kind of cool. Oh, I appreciate it. There should be more channels like mine. I appreciate it. I'm glad there's not a lot of channels like mine, because there'd be so many choices now. No, I'm excited to really do this and to bring a lot of my likes and passions into one channel, because some people are like, why don't you just do a separate gaming channel and a separate Lucy channel? It's like, yeah, but if I do a separate channel for everything that I like, I'd have 50 channels, like no joke. And so I can't really do that. So I decided, well, everything that's me, I'm going to put in one channel, except for cars, because that's more of like my business and what I do and stuff. And so, yeah. But other than that, I'm going to put everything in this channel. Oh, there goes the boat. There goes the boat. Mother, they left me. Oh, no. Yes, Jess. So if you take a look at the 5 best sets, or the 5 most complex sets, I did a video on that. You can look it up in my channel. And yes, this is the most expensive according to Desi. And so I'll definitely advocate for that. There's a lot of information on the sets, on just the most complex ones, and I picked a few. I had some behind the scenes photos, so you take a look at that. Charles, the other thing that made the show so fun to watch, it takes place in a world where everything can be resolved no matter how much you messed up the situation. Can't you say that world... Wow, I'm going through puberty there. Can't you say that's true for everyone, or our world as well? The thing is, maybe we've lost that hope. That's why I want to keep it going. The reason I always say be hopeful at the end of every video is because I'm not only saying it to you guys, I'm saying it to me. I'm reminding myself a lot. Not that I lose hope, but I have to remember that I have to always keep it alive. And I think that's really important. And so if I could share that with you guys as well, I do it. That's why I do it. Hey, Tommy, what's up? You're tuning in from England across the pond. That is awesome. I always say this, and greetings from across the pond, like our awesome friends from England. And I appreciate it so much, because you guys are so far ahead in terms of time to us. It's probably dark where you're at, Tommy, right now. And so, yeah, see, I always catch you so late. Your channel's awesome. Well, I appreciate it. Thank you. My sincere appreciation. So I'm guessing you're a big Lucy fan, or do you watch any of my other stuff? But that was very cool if Lucy's a thing over there. Let me know, Tommy. Is like Lucy a popular show over there in England? So Margaret, you always got so frustrated at Lucy in this episode. Wish she would have ripped her skirt off earlier. Really? Remember, she has a kind of obsession with clothes, so she wouldn't have done that. Plus, we wouldn't have had the funny moment of her in the helicopter, right? Oh, sorry. The comments are going up. Keep them coming, though. Keep them coming. I just need to scroll up here. Charles, let's say if I Love Lucy was real life, that means I could accidentally run my car through Ricknineg's house. Oh my gosh, and 30 minutes, he'll forgive me for it. Maybe not. Maybe that would not be a great idea. Yes. Oh, of course, Jess. That was my video. Absolutely. You got it. Oh, yes, that skirt went away. The maid, as Cynthia says, maid Lucy hired when she was tired of taking care of the baby. Okay, Casey. Exactly, the rest of the episode wouldn't have happened. So I'm happy she got a skirt caught in that. You want to wish it? You wish you could live in the I Love Lucy world? That'd be awesome. Everything in black and white. That's so cool. Oh, you watch my farming sim vids? Well, thank you, Jess. That is awesome. Yes, down in my heart, I can even be a farmer. Oh, yes, guys. Oh, the sad news of Adam West. Oh, I was heartbroken because I was a big. I'm the biggest Batman fan ever. You probably don't know that from my channel. I was such a big fan that my great grandma made me a from scratch Batman costume when I was like 3. And yeah, I have Batman posters behind me. I have Batman everywhere. Batman is like, I am Batman. Like, I embody everything that Batman stands for. So, absolutely. Oh yes, I wish I could put more Batman on here, which I think eventually I will. I definitely will. He's my hero. It's getting dark, Tommy. You love Lucy. We don't get I Love Lucy in England. We did back in the 50s and 60s. They don't play reruns. That's horrible. You got to get yourself the DVDs, if you haven't already. Oh yes, the maid was Mrs. Porter. You know, she is the she was married to the voice of Pluto. Isn't that cool? Yes, yes, yes. I'm gonna have to correct you on that, Mars. Batman has not left us. Adam West, unfortunately, has left us. I think Batman never dies. In that sense, Batman is a symbol. You know, I'm getting kind of technical here because Batman is like my awesome thing. But yeah, no, definitely. I mean, that guy embodied Batman. They definitely call him not the Dark Knight, but the Smiling Knight, and I would definitely agree with that. We can even say our Smiling Knight has left. But Batman is more than Adam West and Christian Bale, and I think he's a really good message of hope. And amidst like all this hopelessness, and his whole city is like run amok with evil, and he's the only one kind of standing firm against that. And so yeah, and I think that's what we should do. So absolutely, yep. She goes to Idlewild Airport. Look at that. The legacy of Adam West, the Batman. Idlewild was LaGuardia. It's one of both. JFK, LaGuardia. We'll have to look that up. Yes, Tommy, you're right. That's awesome. You're really sharp on this. The next episode is when she gets stuck in the porthole. Yes, the second honeymoon, they call it. Which isn't really a honeymoon for Lucy and Desi. Desi Jr. was in a film called Automan, according to Tito. Really? I've never heard of that. And if, of course, I think most of you may know me from the cameos episode, the first one I came out with, one of the featured persons, Jack Alberts. And there he is, guys. Chico and the Man. I know him as Charlie Bucket's uncle. Of course. Wait, Charlie Bucket wasn't English. The second movie was English, right? Yes, English accent. Or let's say the proper English accent. Ours is the non-proper one. And the funny thing, I noticed it by listening to his voice and just seeing his face. I was like, I know this man. And then I watched Willy Wonka a little bit later, and I was like, oh, yes, that's who he is. So that's pretty funny. Oh, good question, Guy. To be honest, I don't watch anything in syndication anymore. I just remember how it was before. I just watch everything in the footage that I have. So hopefully if you may see the syndication and have seen it and watched this one, you may notice some differences or some additional scenes. So that's kind of cool. And so, oh my gosh, guys and gals, I didn't give you the info on this episode. So hold on, hold your horses. We've got so far into the episode and I didn't give you information on Bon Voyage. So this was released January 16th, 1956, episode 140, filmed Thursday, December 1st, 1955, the year before. Rating share is 50.3, so much more than Staten Island Ferry. Supporting cast, Miss McGillicuddy, she is getting on, Lucy's getting on the helicopter, look at that. Catherine Card played Miss McGillicuddy, Mrs. Trumbull played by Elizabeth Patterson, Officer Tyler McVeigh, Dock Agent Ken Christie, Helicopter Dispatcher Jack Alberts, and there he is, Helicopter Pilot Frank Gerstle. He also played an Indian in the Indian Show. Dock Worker Bennett Green, of course. He's everywhere, that Bennett Green. Some of you guys, yes, Poseidon Adventure as well. Goatee Lucy writer, yep, he starred, we know that. Oh, did you guys know this? Less than 2 weeks after this episode was filmed, Desilu started production on a pilot for a series about a helicopter, Whirlybirds. And the funny thing is, think about Airwolf and all those helicopter shows. Due to this. Due to literally this episode, guys and gals, which is awesome and amazing. Let's see. Poseidon Adventure. Really, Charles, did that surprise you? I'm happy. I'm glad you enjoyed that and were surprised by that. Very, very cool. So apparently Idlewild is JFK, right? Lucy amazingly getting to the boat. So did you guys know? Some of you know, some of you maybe don't, and that's okay. Lucy had a fantastic fear, or a crazy fear of heights. She actually did. The thing is, because I believe she did another scene in another production where she was hung like that, kind of, and she fell, I believe. And so she didn't tell anyone, but she was seriously, like, here she was, this was fixed. This was on the ground, this helicopter. But when she's hanging, she's actually hanging from like 20 feet or so down. She said she was panicked, and from what I heard, she got kind of sick after. Like, she kind of passed out and stuff. So it was pretty crazy. But she did it. She did it for the show, and she was a trooper. Like, seriously. Let's see. Oh, I didn't know Jack Albertson and Mabel Albertson were siblings. Very, very cool. Here comes the helicopter. That's so cool, Charles. Yes, the helicopter, you're absolutely correct. The helicopter is shot in standing still position. They just have the rotor turning. But yes, I've seen photos of that, and it literally, the helicopter's like on the ground. And these are B-roll shots shot, of course, separately and edited in to look like, you know, it's all happening at the same time. Yes, she did not use a stuntman for that. See now, or a stunt woman. Although when she is hanging out of the helicopter, and you see the helicopter and her hanging off, that is not her. It's only when you see like the wire, you don't see the helicopter, and you see her over the boat. That's her. Okay, yeah. And yes, absolutely, Tommy. She does kick Desi's head. No, sorry, not Desi's head. Vivian's head. You're absolutely right. I don't know if my season 5 blooper video's out there. If it's not, I believe I cover that. I believe I covered the kick to the head to Vivian. Quick to the head. It should be there. I think 2 of my bloopers videos were, they might be there. Two of my videos were blocked permanently from worldwide release, so we'll see. We'll see. Just stay tuned on those. And so yes, he appeared in a couple episodes. Like I said, he was one of the Indians, along with Mr. Foster from Grace Foster's. He played Grace Foster's husband. And they were both, so Grace Foster's husband and him were Indians in the Indian show. 2 of them. Oh, you're right. There we go, Alec. What did I say? That Lucy kicked Vivian? No, you're right. Desi held on to Lucy, and then Desi kicked Vivian. You're right. Thank you, Alec. I appreciate that. Stars Awake, where's my Ricknineg coffee mug? You're absolutely right. I usually have it here. It's not here. It's not here. It's not here. I think it's probably my dishwasher. I didn't bring it out in time. I was trying to get the live stream going because I had lunch right before this. I should have lunch after, but I was kind of trying to rush to get here and get that. So I don't have my mug today. Maybe next time. All right, there she's ready to go. Dude, you can see the helicopter above the ship. Can you see that? Look at it right on the bottom right, above the ship. See that? Yep. Look at that. That's a cool shot right there. That's a very cool shot. You can see it's on a boat. You notice that? The camera, how it's moving like back and forth, back and forth. And it's funny. You can look at the rotor and the helicopter spinning. I used to fly airplanes when I was younger. That's unacceptable, Rick. We demand the mug. Should I go, leave, and get the mug and come back? It'd take me like 30 seconds. Oh, man. Look at her face. Oh, I love that panic face that she has. It's awesome. Well, at least it's a good news, guys and gals, that it's in the sink and I'm not using it day after day and it's here for months, right? That I actually do wash them. Yeah. Yep, you're right. He was in Chico the Man, which I've never seen. So, I've heard of it, but I've never seen it. Alec, I don't have many mugs left. If you do want one, go to my main, let's see, my main YouTube page. On the top right, you will see the Ricknineg store. You can get it from there. Like I said, I don't have a lot, but there's a few left. So if you do want to do that. Oh, sorry. So I'm so scatterbrained. The rotor is not spinning fast enough to be able to keep the helicopter in the air. Obviously, because it's not really doing that. But a helicopter rotor would need to double or triple that speed, that rotation, to be able to keep that aloft. I'm sure they couldn't get it to spin that fast because it would maybe be dangerous. But yes, so yeah, just an interesting little thing. I should totally have a Lucy mug. Well, I have a Ricknineg mug that I usually have here, and I started using a couple episodes ago, and it was my thing. And then now I don't have it with me, and I'm so sad. I'm so sad. So Cynthia says, when the used animals on I Love Lucy were there organizations that protect them like today? Oh, that's a good question. Oh, look at Lucy waving. She's like, I'm going crazy. See, so that's not Lucy. That even looks like a mannequin, to be honest with you. It's not moving at all. It's in a weird seated position. I like how Fred's covering his eyes, but he's looking through his, like, fingers. Isn't that weird? Like, look, he's covering, but he's doing this. I'm like, what is that? I never understood that. Let's see. Yeah, they would not drop. So, okay, so that was really done on set. She was actually hanging down there. And she was super afraid. And then Desi is, of course, like, oh, come back down. And then you notice how he grabs her really, really quickly. And he secures himself, puts his hands through the loop. And she kind of holds on to him. That's fantastic. That is awesome. Look at his bugged out eyes. Oh, that is fantastic. Look at that. Such a great, great scene. Absolutely awesome. Isn't that great, guys and gals? That is just fantastic. She's like, bye. She's like, oh, that wasn't really bad. He didn't want me to jump out, but I did anyway. And she... Oh, you think so, Stars Wake? Maybe the wind is bothering his eyes. Could be a good theory there. Oh, awesome, Margaret. That's so nice to hear. Well, I think Lucy's age, the show doesn't show any favoritism to age. That's my opinion. Oh, let me show this to you guys. Special moment. Special moment. So this it was like a commercial that played, a special commercial. And it was played right after the episode. On TV, of course, like it's like they're on the boat. And yeah, so the show is timeless. And I know a lot of people are younger who like the show. I know older people who are into the show. And a lot of men, a lot of women. It's just interesting. It's just really interesting. I think the people who don't like the show, I always hear it's like, oh, it's a girl show, it's a woman. I don't even know what that means. Is it because there's a woman starring a show? So if a guy stars in a show, is it a man show? You know, I don't know. It's this society weird stereotype stuff. But, you know, it is what it is. I don't see it a guy's girl show. It's just a show that I like and I watch it. That's it. Forever Darling plug. There we go. Boom. Margaret, you'll be 57 on Thursday. Well, happy birthday. Awesome. Happy early birthday, because I won't catch you until you're 57. All right, guys and gals, well, thank you for joining me. I will take off for now, but I appreciate it. If you haven't seen my episode from yesterday, focusing on my favorite episodes, go ahead and take a look at that. I would appreciate it. If you're new, welcome to the channel. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the bell button, like the video, like the video. It is so great. It is so great, guys, and happy birthday to the birthday people. So that is so fantastic. And again, guys and gals, I will continue my episodes. I will continue making vids as I always do. So thank you so much. Have a good week, everyone, and we'll see you all next time. Don't forget, guys and gals, be hopeful.